His fireworks show is canceled tonight, but that didn't stop people from coming out in droves for their 4th of July parade this morning. New at 5, Jamal James spoke with parade organizers. He joins us now in the newsroom to tell us about the excitement felt by both parade members and guests.
If there's one thing that stood out at this parade, it wasn't just the number of people, but the creativity from some of the floats making their way down Main Street. From the traditional Waupaca City Band to the Waupaca chain skiers and even cardio drumming from a local senior center, it was float after float of nonstop enjoyment. Organizers say it was always a tradition to hand out candy for kids excited to attend, but the electricity and enthusiasm from the audience makes the event so much more enjoyable.
We have a phenomenal crowd that comes out for this parade, but we're just so glad to have people come out, and also all of the entries that come out, and I would say we had about 80 entries this year. Just a great day here in Waupaca.
The parade was followed with a barbecue chicken fundraiser from Knights of Columbus at Upper South Park. The fireworks show will take place tomorrow at dusk. Jeff, back to you.